It's Trinity time. That's right. Time for another Trinity video to get you ready to meditate with us on Wednesday nights. This week, we're talking about the energy of communication. Communication is a complex energy, so I have brought some visual aids, which I hope will help with it. Communication is basically putting the feeling of your intent into your words and actions. You can talk all you want, and it doesn't really get you anywhere unless the feeling of your clarity or your compassion or whatever it is you're trying to convey is contained in those words and actions. That's when real communication happens, when you are pouring the feeling of your intent into the person or situation that you're dealing with. If it's just bouncing off the surface, no communication is happening, no matter how much is getting done, no matter how many words are being said. So we have some exercises that I think will help you with this a little bit. First of all, I want you to remember that in past Trinity videos, we have talked about the idea that you can push against a person and get nowhere because you're impacting the surface. I'm in a fairly braced position, plus my arm's out, so I've got all sorts of shock absorption going on here. She can push and push and push all she wants, and she's not going to get anywhere. But if she thinks that pushing on the surface isn't going to help, and she wants to use this arm as a bridge to infiltrate my body, to put her energy inside of me, to push against my skeletal system, my spine, instead of just the surface of my arm, she's going to get a lot further. Go ahead. What's the difference in those two?
I'm not pushing against this. I'm pushing against like this entire thing.
Can you feel the difference?
Yeah. I
Okay.
can really feel it.
So what we're talking about tonight builds on that. Yes, it is about putting your energy in, but not just generic energy, specifically the feeling of your intent. So if, for instance, you want to put strength into something, you have to feel what strength feels like. It has a feeling. Imagine that you're working out, or you had to lift a chest of drawers that fell on your grandmother, and you're like, oh my God, and all this strength comes to you, and you pick it up and shove it aside. There's a feeling in your body, in the muscles itself, of strength. You know what that feels like. I want you to imagine pouring that feeling into your words and actions. So you're not just putting your intent into the person and touching their spine instead of the surface. Yes, you are going beyond the surface, but it's more than just generic intent. It is the feeling of whatever that intent is that you're going to pour in there. That image of pouring something in is going to help you a lot. I'm going to get Claire over here. And this is a 20-pound weight. You see that? 20 pounds. It's not insurmountable, but it's pretty hefty. I know a strong girl like Claire can lift that pretty easily. So come lift it and be aware of how it feels to lift it up. Right?
Yes.
Now, picking it up, generally we just reach out and we grab the object and we think of it as an object and we put our energy against it, not into it. This time, I want you to feel what strength feels like. Ooh. Oh, feel that strength. And then pour it into the thing. Put your hand on it and imagine you're just pouring that feeling and it is saturating every atom of this weight. Pour it in there. Was it a different feeling for you?
It was a very different feeling. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how light it feels?
Yeah, that was really, I didn't expect that. I'm like, yeah.
That's what you do. Before you lift the weight, imagine taking that glass of water and pouring the feeling of whatever you're trying to convey, in this case strength, pouring the feeling into the object. Don't stop at the surface. Saturate that object with that feeling, and then you'll be like, wow, this is so light compared to what it was just 10 seconds before. So we're going to take that idea and we're going to build on it a little further. If we put this arm out here again, and Claire now knows to push against my spine, she can push me pretty easily unless I say, you know what, I'm going to block that content. I'm going to fill my energy field with rage. Oh, I'm so angry. Ugh. Suddenly she can't do it because my energy field is full and she can't reach my spine. But watch this. I want you to imagine chilling out by the pool. And just do it with me. Feel that feeling. You are so relaxed, so calm, so chilled out. Now I want you to pour that feeling through my arm into my spine. Do it. But wait, Russell, you didn't look like you were full of rage again. Let me try that. Full of rage, my energy field is so full of emotion. And yet somehow I am easy to push around. Why? Because the feeling of your intent is now parting the waters of all my upset and turmoil. You can do it even without the push, even without the physical contact. If I say, I'm full of rage, and Claire says, just chill out, Russell.
Just chill out, Russell.
It bounced right off the surface, just like pushing against the surface. But if you imagine those words being the same bridge as this arm, and you pour the feeling of actually chilling out into those words,
just chill out, Russell.
It's amazing what happens inside of you. I'm going to do it to Claire. Get angry. Claire, just chill out. Did you feel it?
Yeah, it almost felt like leaves scattering.
Yeah. It's a very simple concept, but you got to work it in stages, because at first you're just going to want to say and do things that bounce off the surface. So imagine that glass of water. Pour the feeling of your intent into your words and actions, and you will have better communication. If you think this stuff's cool, come back for more Trinity.